What's up, everybody? Noah Kaser back here for a brand new review for you guys today. This is a early review. This is not available to watch until April 23rd. This was sent to me by Juno Films. Thank you to Juno Films for sending me this. This is a documentary called Tiny Tim King for a Day. It also has Weird Al Yankovic reading Tiny Tim's diaries, telling you what he wrote down, because Tiny Tim wrote down major events in his life, praying to God, saying, "This is what's going on. Hey, I just got married. Hey, my wife left me." This is going through his whole life as a child, but mostly as the Tiny Tim we've all known to love. This is Tiny Tim King for a Day. This is a film that I had no idea was even coming out until I got the screening invite for it. I knew of Tiny Tim basically because of Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Everybody knows him from, of course, SpongeBob SquarePants. That's where that song really became a major portion of the SpongeBob fan community. Sadly, nobody ever talks about Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim was a man who had a rough childhood, a rough upbringing, and he had 2 failed marriages. They go into that. They also go into was he a little bit weird in real life? Was he did he lean towards one sex to the other? Was he a little bit of a homosexual? You're going to have to watch this film and find out. This is only a 75-minute film. I believe it's 72 minutes without the end credits. An hour and 12 minutes. That's not much time at all, and I thought that this was a perfectly paced and perfectly just great film. I learned about so much about Tiny Tim. Like, I had no idea that he went into the circus touring business, that he toured with the circus. He got so popular, and then he had a downfall. Every star, particularly in the music biz, some stars hit their stride, and then they just go downhill. I think some people just thought he was just a little too odd as he went along. He was first on the Ed Sullivan Show doing Tiptoe Through the Tulips, living in the sunlight, living in the sunlight, having a wonderful time. Don't worry, I am not going to hit that high note. He was in a horror film. This man did it all, and he still had a rough life. Now, there is some things in here I did not know. This is not a very great, inspiring look on him. They do go into a particular phone call that happened with a 13 to 14-year-old girl that he could have gotten in big trouble for. That was a little shocking and disturbing to hear. This film does not shy away from Tiny Tim's dark times. It goes off of his high times, and he even knew that he was going to pass away on stage. If you don't know, Tiny Tim passed away from a heart attack. I've seen the video of it, and they do show him collapsing, and his wife at the time believed that the song before his final song was him consciously saying to her, "I love you, goodbye," and then he did a short version of Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and just collapsed. And she believes that as soon as his knees hit the floor, he was gone. The film is a great look on Tiny Tim. It's a very inspiring look as well as a entertaining look because this man was one of a kind, and I don't believe we are going to see another Tiny Tim for a very long time, if ever. And it also goes into he was an inspiration. He was an inspiration for multiple 1980s and 90s pop and rock stars like Prince and multiple others. I'm going to give Tiny Tim King for a Day an A-. I thought this was really well done. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more of his family life as a kid, but I completely understand why they didn't go that route, because they didn't want to go into the depressing times, and I think the film was going down that route, and then they went into his music career, and I think they just kind of abandoned that a little bit, but that's not saying that this needed to be a big heavy downer. But again, thank you to Juno Films for sending me over a screening link for Tiny Tim King for a Day. This is available in theaters on April 23rd, this upcoming Friday, and I will see all of you guys next time.